Hello, my name is Kristani, and today I'll be talking to you about how to deal with stress. So, the number one way to deal with stress is to live a life that is more balanced. When I say to live a life that is more balanced, I mean in all aspects, where there is equal work, equal play, equal times to relax, and equal times to put in more effort. A lot of times people think when you work a lot, you're a workaholic. This is this is what life is all about, just work and no fun, no play, no relaxation. But life is a lot more than that. It's about giving yourself a chance to it's about giving yourself a chance to relax equally as much as you work and as much as you study and focus in all other aspects. So another way to deal with stress is breath work. This one is something that's very common, but simple breath work will go a long way to make you feel more relaxed and less stressed. And a lot of people will say various forms of meditation. You actually have to find out which one is the right one for you, because not all meditation works for everybody, and everyone is different. A type of meditation that could work for me might make you stressed out, whereas something that makes you stressed out is actually more relaxing for me. So you have to find out the right form of meditation that is great for you. And one way you could do this is when you could take classes, or you could look it up online, and you'll start to gauge in how it makes you feel, whether you feel more relaxed or just more anxious, and you'll gauge on how you feel based on that. And an example of stress, how to get rid of stress, is to practice gratitude. When you practice gratitude, it's like you're grateful for what you have, and you begin to relax more. You're less anxious about attaining and climbing the ladder and being so successful. You're less anxious about, oh, I have to get to the top. You let yourself be more content. You step back and you relax more. So that's one thing about being grateful. And in one thing, I'm going to use another example of when people have PTSD. When you have PTSD, this is something that happens when you go to war, and then what you're focusing on because of what's been in that war, you're seeing dead bodies, you're seeing bombs blowing off, you're seeing people getting there. You see things that are just very hyper, like a lot of action and a lot of things going on at once, so that when you come back home, now everything begins to feel like you don't feel like you're at home anymore. If you coming back home to America, you feel like you're actually in a place of war. You are looking for everything. Oh, is this car I see, is it gonna blow up at any second? Is this woman I see, does she have a gun? You're looking at things from a very hypersensitive type of way. And not only are you looking at a hypersensitive way, you're also looking at things from a very anxious based way. You're very anxious, and you think you're looking for ways that anything could go wrong, because you've been trained when you go to war to see what's wrong, so that you could be able to protect yourself and the citizens that you're trying to protect. So then, in using this way, how can we use this way of focus to our advantage when we're stressed? Well, when stressed, we see that many people who are stressed, they're actually looking for things. Okay, this person said this to me, or what did this mean? And they take it so far because their mind is based on stress, how to be more stressed. So if you focus more on, okay, how can I be more relaxed, and you let the point of focus be relaxation rather than be stress, you start to say, okay, you start to look for ways to be more relaxed rather than to pinpoint ways to be more stressed. So change your focus, what you're focusing on, so search to be more relaxed, and then train your mind to seek areas of relaxation, areas of positivity, rather than anxiety, and this is something that's going to take a lot of training. Some people need therapy for this, so if you can't do it on your own, then you could search for therapy. But if you could try to do it on your own, it would also be something to look into. And then finally, another great way to deal with stress is something called visualization. And in visualization, you'll see that when you start to picture things going well, you start to see the best case of scenario instead of the worst case scenario. You start to see that good things are afoot. You start to be less stressed and less prone to thinking, oh, what's the worst thing that could happen. You start to feel less of Murphy's Law, and you start to think, okay, what's the best thing that could happen today? And you wake up feeling refreshed and energized. So those are the few ways that you could focus on getting rid of stress. And a lot of these, it's hard to do on your own. So if you seek therapy for these, it would be great. But if you feel like you want to give it a go and see how it would go with yourself, try it for a little bit. And if it doesn't work out, then you could see, okay, maybe I need extra help. And you could go that route. But stress is always something you want to combat, because you don't want to be stressed, because it has not only physiological and psychological effects, it is also taxing on the body, it's taxing on the adrenals, and it's taxing on your health emotionally as well and physically. So tackle your stress, and that's my video for today. Thank you.